What's up, everybody? It's your boy Steve from the Watch Corner, and today we're going to be reviewing the Gruen automatic / mystery watch. So when we get the camera flipped around, we'll get into those details. So basically, Gruen was Swiss / US from 1874 to 1953. Founded in Columbus, Ohio by Dietrich Gruen and W.J. Savage. They formed the partnership in 1876, began in 1894, made the Curvex movements and the ultra-thin movements. One of the first U.S. watch companies to offer basic Swiss movements, which I think is pretty cool. 1953 it was sold. They moved to New York under new ownership and manufacturing exclusively in Switzerland. Currently owned from 2000 to current by M.Z. Berger from 2000 on in Long Island, New York. So let's go ahead and get this camera flipped around and we're going to go ahead and start this review. All right, here we go. Before we get started, I am rocking, because today is July 3rd, the Invicta Pro Diver Hydromax USA flag hydro-plated watch with custom beads by Gonzo American flag bracelet. And I have my Invicta bracelet on. You saw in the beginning of the video, I'm rocking my Invicta, Maryland Invicta Reserve Group shirt. I am a member. Founder Anthony Gladden and Anthony Walker. So we'll go ahead and get this started. And before this here, I shot, if you saw on the screen, the movement of this watch. Now, let me tell you, okay, I picked it up and did an unboxing of it a few weeks ago. And I noticed that let's get this here. I noticed that, you see, you have the sub dial for the time, that the minute hand was not moving, but you see how you have the open heart movement was moving. So I took it back to Tony the next day. I'm like, bro, something's up with this. I think something's disconnected from it because the minute hand's not moving, but clearly when you shake it up, the open heart movement is running. So Tony looked at me, he looked at it, he said, all right, I'll get back to you. So I went to pick it up the next week, and what would you know? Tony looked at me and he said, you're not going to believe this. I've never seen anything like this in over 40 years of my watchmaking career. And I looked at him, I'm like, uh-oh. He said, what do you think it is? I said, personally, I think something from the stem on the winding crown got disconnected to the internally of the movement, and that's why the minute hand's not moving around. And he shook his head and he said, nope, you're wrong. Then he got the exhibition case back. He took the case back off in front of me, hence what you guys saw on the video footage before this. So it does have an automatic movement in it, but the timekeeping is taken care of by a quartz movement. So it's a dual movement. So all this open heart and this rotor is a modified Miyota movement just for the running seconds hand, which you can see at the 9 o'clock position. It's all for that. All for that running seconds hand there. That is crazy. And he said, only the Japanese, Steve, would have thought of something like this. And I'm like, cool. So I just thought it was really neat. So we'll get some specs here. Well, the model number is the GR0037. It, from the 10 to 4, it is 44.8 millimeters wide. The crystal case back is 14.2 millimeters. The lug is 51.4 millimeters. The lug width is 22 millimeters. It's a base metal bezel, stainless steel back. And like I said, it's a Miyota Y120. That's a modified, obviously, movement because it's just for that running seconds hand there, which honestly, why didn't they just make the whole thing automatic? This is what makes this thing unique, is that it does have dual movements in it. But honestly, all that just for a running seconds hand, I would have been fine without the running seconds hand, you know, and just made the whole thing automatic. I mean, it's hard to believe that all of this rotor action and everything is just for the seconds hand. Now, what Tony said was funny was when he popped the case back off before he knew that, he started taking screws off of the automatic movement. And then when he started taking pieces off, he noticed there was a battery behind it. He's like, what the heck? So actually, the automatic movement sits on top of the quartz movement, which is pretty cool. So if Tony ever retires and I have to get a battery, I'll have to explain to the people that, hey, this is a dual movement, because they'd be like, no, this is automatic. But anyway, that is pretty cool. It's got the Gruen shaped, the Gruen signed pin buckle there. It's a comfortable leather strap. This is definitely unique. It's not leaving my collection. Nice, comfortable, genuine leather strap here. It's very cool. It's definitely unique, you know. I mean, Gruen has rich history here in the U.S. This is super dope. I like it a lot. Now, one thing that I will say, like I said, this is just a short little review. I definitely like it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. To me, it's all good. There's not really any ugly on this timepiece here. I think it's all good. It's unique, definitely. I like unique watches, not ones that everybody else has. That's just not my cup of tea. I like ones that are unique that other people typically don't like. I don't want to get one that every Joe Blow has. You know, I like to get the unique, different ones, and this definitely falls into that category. Now, something else that Tony, my watchmaker, told me, which I thought was very interesting, is that Gruen used to make movements for Rolex for the doctor watches, which are like the tank style watches that have the, you know, the small, you know, basically time on the top and the bottom. You had at the 6 o'clock position, you had the running seconds hand. So I thought that was interesting that he told me that Gruen actually made movements for Rolex for those doctor watches, which is pretty cool. They make excellent movements. I need a Gruen Curvex in the collection. Definitely do. So that's all I got today. If you like this content, please give me the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate every single one of you. We're up to 185 subscribers now. You all mean the world to me. Your input, everything. And please remember, time is short. Let someone you care about know how much you love them today. Everybody have a safe, blessed 4th of July weekend. And thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend.